Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Zach Rich in the drum. Let's get up with that, everybody. How's everyone doing out here? Who's excited to be here besides us after driving 11 hours? 11 hours from Green Bay to come here. Thank you so much for having us. We'd like to thank the USPA, the ITA for having the Unity Dance here. We got a LIVEwire. Has anyone here has never seen LIVEwire before? Are there anyone that has not? You guys have? We won't bring you a bunch of music tonight. We're going to bring you a bunch of classic polka tunes. We'll do some good old-fashioned classic Polish songs for you. But we'll also switch things around, do some country favorites, even some Moroccan country favorites, some old 60s style music even thrown in the jukebox. So we'll get something out there for all you guys to dance to. And if you want any requests or dedications, feel free to bring them up to the band. They'd be more than happy to help you play those songs for you. If not, we'll play the next closest thing we can. Right now, I want to introduce Mr. Brian Smith, and he does a lot of MC for us. So let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Brian Smith on accordion.
11-hour drive, I didn't drive any of it. That beats going out to the beach in Connecticut, let me tell you. Here we go, we're going to put Mr. Rick Beaver to work on the vocals of our very first CD. It rained on us all day yesterday at the draft. So here's one called The Sunshine Feeling. We're looking for a little bit of sunshine. One of these days it's going to warm up this spring.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are taping because there's so many times I listen to this music.
All right, right now we're going to put Mr. Archie to work on the vocals for you right now. Arthur's one of our still single members of the band, and it won't be for long. He's getting married this July. So when he announced that he was going to get married, we decided we'd have to learn this tune for him. So it's a tune called, we like to call anyways, Art Should Stay Single. Artur estava there. We'll got for you right now. should stay single, folks.
I love that tune. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we're going to put Zach to work on the vocals for you. So we're singing a tune about not getting married, and then we're going to sing a song for you by our drummer, the other single member of the band, who has a Polish girlfriend, so off our very first CD. We're going to put Zach to work on the vocals for you right now. Here's one called I've Got a Polish Girlfriend.
That makes him more single than me.
Oh, I get it. The youngest and the most single. Two more of these road trips, Pat, we'll be single too, huh?
Yes, we will.
Anybody got a sixplex for sale? Zach on the vocals for you, singing a tune about his Polish girlfriend. All right, we'll switch the tempo up for you right now. Waltz time. Here we go, put Patrick to work on the vocals for you. Here's a tune off our second CD release. Waltz tempo for you this time. Here's a tune called The Best Times of Life for Us. There you go, once time for you right there, that's Patrick. On the vocals for a team called The Best Times. Love Line. We're going to get back to the Polish tunes for you once again. That means we're going to put Mr. RG, our Polish lyricist, to work on the vocals for you right now. On the vocals for you right now. Here's a tune called The Hour Breakup Polka. Will be but a goodie for you.
Happy Polka Music. Volume 1.
Does this first set have a theme about getting married, Arthur?
Get married, you got a single guy.
happy hour. Great job, Polka Art. Gee, that's a Polish vocals for you.
It's out there now. Instruments down, leave the vocals where they are. Okay, thanks for seeing it, guys. Hey, thanks for coming out. Have to support local, guys. See them all day. Thank you, appreciate it. I say that out
Alright, keep those old time tunes rolling for you right now. 1, 2. Here, put slide back to work on the vocals for you. Old movie but goodie, old time standard. Here's one called The Angie Line. Be mine, folks. 1, 2, 1, 2. if there's something you guys would like to hear, come on up. This is your party. We're just visiting in your state. We were told we have an accent when we went out for lunch today. It was weird things. I think everybody at lunch had an accent. It's just one of those things, right? A bunch of youpers or something, right?
Here we go, doing up our first CD, one that Mr. Rick Beekler wrote over here, original for the band.
Yeah, we're gonna do something on our first CD, eh?
Here we go, set us up for Big Al and Rose coming all the way, making a long drive across the state. Nice to see you guys out here. Set us up with a happily married couple from last year, one called The Two Hearts off our first CD.
From the band right there. That's a tune written by our guitarist, Mr. Rick Beekler, a tune called The Two Hearts. Off our very first CD. switch a tempo for you right now. We'll better tempo. We'll do better for you. Here's one off that latest CD for you. Here's a tune called The Crazy About You. Whoa, man. There you go, featuring Aaron on the concertina for you. 1 minute tempo, one called The Crazy About You. Over. Alright, here we go, country flavored for you right now. We're going to put Rick back to work on those vocals for you. Here we go, country tune for you. Here's one called I Can't Tell My Heart. Polka.
We'll send us out the Pretco girls coming out here. Thank you, ladies, for making the trip. A little disappointed to bring your dad. He's always a fun time. Very happy to see you, but we miss Bob.
Well, I mean, he's getting old. He can't come to everything now. You can say that I said that. You can tell him that.
for you right here. What's a tune called? I Can't Tell My Heart, okay? Alright, keep the country flavored tunes rolling for you. This time I'm going to put Patrick to work. Bring up that second CD for you. Country flavored for you once again. This time we're going to put Patrick to work on the vocals. Once again, if there's something you guys would like to hear, don't be shy. Just bring up a beer.
We also just have to Laurie and Gary for coming out here with us.
They were in Wisconsin, and then they went home, and then they came here, and it's like what we're doing, kind of.
You loved him a long time ago. Even now in my heart, you still want him, I know. But darling, it's time that your memories die. When you hold me tonight, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't press the truth. Don't press the sea. Our nations walk. Let yesterday go. And you fight for love. And you never know. Just don't take time. You're a sleep tonight. And don't close your eyes. I've been a fool, holding on all this time, lying here in your arms, knowing he's in your mind. But I keep hoping someday that you'll see the light. Let it be tonight. And don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be near. Don't transgress in some fantasy. Darkness is one. Let yesterday go. And you'll find for love. Then you'll never know. Just don't stay tight. We're not saying tonight. And don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes, let it be me. Don't pretend with him, it's some fantasy. Fireman is one, let yesterday go. And you find for love, and you never know. Just don't stay tight, when you're facing right. And don't close your eyes, don't close your eyes.
Flavored for you. That's Patrick on the vocals of our up and coming CD release, one called Don't Close Your Eyes.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to do another one of those pop and country tunes during polka. It's a Beatles tune. We took out the pages with the Polka Town Sound, one of our bands that we idolized growing up in the Pulaski area. We're going to put Archie to work on the vocals for you this time. Here's a tune called I Just Seen a Face, Polka. How many of y'all are planning to come out to Pulaski Polka Days this year?
It's a good time, it's a good time. I think I can never remember myself, but
if you are and you'd like to come up early, Wednesday night we will be starting things off downtown, right next to the grounds, kitty corner from the grounds. We'll be playing Wednesday evening to start things off. Aaron likes to call it the pre-Polka Day Pisser. So you can get your boots full on Wednesday night so that you got your liver ready for Thursday and Friday.
I really like to call it the welcome party for all the campers out there. We like to throw something so you guys have something to do when you drive in after you set your campers up. Too busy setting those campers up, so this year Mountain Bay will be open inside. They'll have a full bar and grill inside, Mountain Bay Bar and Grill. And we'll be playing in air conditioning this year, so it will be a little different than last year.
Oh, no tent, so it's an upgrade, all right. So they're recognizing we're getting older and we can't handle that heat, huh? For 4 or 5 days. Didn't know that. Bring a polka time, one called I've Just Seen a Face, polka. One called I've Just Seen a Face, polka.
Hello, Holly. Good to see you. How are you? Yes.
This side is a problem with the surgery left here. This side.
Here we go. We'll send us out all the bartenders working hard behind the bar back there. Keeping those drinks filled. Keeping Chris's glass filled to the brim. We'll also send us out to
that I can.
Where's Grandpa Bernie? I saw Grandpa Bernie back there somewhere before. Grandpa Bernie, we'll send us out to you as well. Here we go. One called the Bartender's Polka.
We'll also send it out to Holly, and Kayla's back there somewhere in the dark, I think. Right there? Oh, yeah, right there. In the dark. Yes, you and Holly both.
Hey, Kale. Hello.
I get so lonely when I dream about you. Can't do without you. That's why I dream about you. If I could only put my arms around you, life would be so fair. Oh baby. You put my arms around you, life would be so fair.
You guys have a good time tonight? Come on! You ready to go to the parade? We're ready to go. Here we go. Take it away, beats.
Ooh la 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 la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la 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 la.
Hey, sing it on time.
Ooh la 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 la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la 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 la.
Break and let these guys refill their beer. Reminder, if you want to take a little LiveWire home with you, they do make great Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts. We got CDs available as well as those. Where's Bernie? Bernie, show them those beautiful t-shirts we got right there. We got the Fireball Friday t-shirts. Not only in orange, we do have the draft color green and gold as well. So, Bernie, I bet you never thought I'd be a model, did you?